Let's see. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Aegis stream. We are on the final week of our Kickstarter. We're going towards $84,000 or $83,000, depending on the moment of the day. Rocking towards our next stretch goal at, I think it's $88,000 unlocks our ninth pre-con team. That's cool. Today, though, we're going to. I looked at a few updates ago. We did a poll on what people want to see on stream, and one of the winners was more solo content. So we're going to be testing solo mode again today. The first solo mode test we did last week was it sort of showed off the solo demo that we have on the Kickstarter page. It has like what I kind of refer to as like a training dummy solo boss, in that we have Aerozel Sol. But today I'm going to show off some of the solo bosses that will actually come in the box, which are still under development, so that will be fun. And everything about solo mode is still kind of in testing. The core of it is pretty good, but now that we're making all these crazy zany bosses, some things are liable to be weird. But we have two of them today. Arlysion and Ganshah. We'll see if we can do 2 games depending on how long the first one goes. Joining me today is, of course, Yampy, our community manager.
Yep, that is me.
And a rare appearance from our friend in Australia.
It's just Australia, it's fine.
Australia. Michael.
Yep, that's me. Coming to you live from sunny Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne. Oh, one of my friends actually moved there recently. So let's see. We're going to play solo mode. Michael has not played solo mode before. I will be manning some of the AI stuff to expedite things, and I'll be explaining stuff. But Michael will be playing solo mode. He'll be using one of the base pre-built teams in AEGIS2, the most basic one, Ashla, as our sort of control group. So
you agree that Ashley is basic?
Yes. So yeah, we'll be doing base Ashla versus these two kind of experimental solo bosses, because we know that Ashla works. Don't know if these bosses work. We've tested them before, but I've made some adjustments to them today based on some feedback, and we'll see how they go. So the first boss we're gonna fight is Arlysion. This is a robot that was unlocked. The player version of this robot was unlocked like immediately right after we launched the Kickstarter. And there is a solo version of it. Uses the same standee as the player version of the robot, and you can fight against it. Unlike other solo bosses in the game, this boss is a 3-letter robot. So normally, if you hover over Ender Ganshah over here, this is an example of a 5-letter robot. It has an AE, a G attack. It has an AE attack, a G attack, and an IS attack. And based on which solo rondo AI card comes out, it'll trigger one of those attacks. A 3-letter boss is a little different, where it doesn't do anything. This one won't do anything when ENG cards pop out, but it will attack multiple times for each of the other letters. So if an S card pops out, it'll actually do all 3 of its attacks. So this thing will actually do more actions in bursts as opposed to a 5-letter boss, which will be doing actions every single turn. And then this also has a passive ability that'll do stuff when an E and a G card is out. So it still strategically considers all of the solo rondo cards. So how does solo mode start? We don't have any special starting rules for Arlysion. I think it just summons 2 minions. I of course forgot to pull out the minion cards from the deck. I just need to make a stack of those. We'll be using Each solo boss has its own pre-built team on the back of its card. For now, we're just going to be using the pre-built AEGIS team out of the box, which will probably be pretty close to what you see in the final game in terms of what the solo boss will be.
Does that mean it has itself as a minion?
Yes. Which is that's actually a component concern, since you won't have two Arlysion minis standees in the final game, so not entirely accurate to the final product. I'm sure we'll replace the little Arlysion with something else in the final pre-built roster. And then, so this guy will have a 9 card minion deck, and it will reveal 2 at the start of the game. It's going to summon 2 basic minions, so that's not a basic. That is a basic, so we're going to stick this on here. It's going to poop out token for us, because tabletop sim is actually kind of good sometimes. And then the other revealed cards just are going to go back. So we know that this SO will pop in on the 4 spot. And then where did the minion deck go? It disappeared. Now here it is.
I stuck it down in a place where it might be slightly visible for the stream.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. And it's gonna poop out this Arly, which will spawn on 6. Nice roll, tabletop sim. So Arlysion spawns 2 basic minions at the start of the game, and they came in on these 2 spaces. And then setup will continue as normal in that I think you reveal the AI cards next. So we're going to do this. And then the player will... Actually, is it? No, I think the player... I think you don't reveal. Do you? I should know this. I designed this game. But we changed stuff a lot. Setup. Play shuffle 2 bosses. So the boss's unique setup instructions. Place your robots anywhere across the 2 start zones. Yeah, we don't reveal the AI cards. Alright, so now Mike will... you can set up your basic robots in either start zone, like spread across them however you want. So if you wanted to, like, say, attack this Arly and blow it up, like on turn 1, you would put your robots over there. Or if you just want to avoid it entirely, you will go over there.
I was leaning towards avoiding it, but I also didn't read that I could start on either start zone. So I am...
Yep. And if you blow up minions, you deal damage to the boss. That's relevant. So this boss actually only has...
But only one at a time.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. So this boss only has 9 HP, but it has some ways to recover HP. So it's a little tricky.
I'm struggling with this auto anima. There you go.
There we go.
So yeah, I think I will avoid the minions for the time being.
Yep. And then we just reveal 3 solo Rondo AI cards, because I really like the word Rondo. Boop and boop. And
Can we get that in the lore book, the origins of your fascination with the word Rondo?
It's gonna probably tie into the lore eventually. And then let's shrink these a little bit. There we go.
A fitting start.
Oh, so good. I love this game. It's really funny. Anyway, so the boss is gonna attack. It's gonna activate its A card first, so you know it's gonna activate its A minion, which it'll activate it first whenever a boss... The player always takes the first activation, then the boss activates this Rondo card. It'll activate all attacks that are A attacks, so its ultimate penalty and its Judge Javelin, and then it'll activate all A minions, and then goes back to the player, and then next it'll do the S card, then the other S card. I wonder what the probability on that is. I have to run that through the calculator. So
Time to get demonetized on YouTube.
Oh, what a good game. Thank you, backers, for backing. So yeah, boss has 9 HP. Your goal is to blow it up. You can attack it directly to deal damage, and you can blow up minions to make it take damage. You also have these abilities at your disposal, which is you start with 13 HP, which are Valor points, and you can spend those Valor points on these abilities. But you also will lose Valor points when robots get destroyed most of the time.
And it's game over when I hit 0, right? Or at the end of the turn did I hit 0?
Yeah, at the end of the round, at the end of the current round, if you are 0 or below, you lose. So if you hit 0 early in the round, might as well just go deep into the negatives, in a gambit to win. So boop-a-doop. Yeah, that's pretty much
I
it.
think we're just waiting for me to make my first mistake, right? So
Yeah. And then of course
I'm looking at ultimate penalty, and it repair is equal to its integrity.
yes.
Does it overheal?
It does not. It can only reach a high of 9. When it says repair equal to its integrity, it means the dead robot's integrity.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be fully linked
Yeah.
up to 9.
heal to 9 every turn.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a very basic open.
Yep. Originally, the ultimate penalty attack only hit once, but I made it a multi-hit attack to make the robot a little harder. But who knows?
Does the boss roll? Anyway, that move takes me 5 energy.
The boss does roll. It doesn't care about energy, but it still rolls dice to attack. All right, so now the boss will go.
Oh, okay, right. Alternating. I see.
Yeah, it's yep. So boss will go. It's gonna roll 2. It's gonna use the ultimate penalty. It's gonna roll 2 dice, looking for 4s. It misses both, so you're good there. And then it's gonna activate. Oh, actually no. Then it uses another attack, right? It uses Judge Javelin.
That's 2 A's.
Let's see. Yeah, so it's gonna use Judge Javelin. So it's gonna roll 2 dice again, looking for both 2 or better. On your Omni, your Omni takes 3 drain.
3 drain.
3 drain. There are drain tokens off somewhere, but drain. It doesn't. Whatchamacallit? It doesn't. It's just gonna affect your max next turn. It doesn't do anything right now. So the Omni will now produce 3 less energy. Then what else?
It looks like there's a snap point on the top left of the card.
That is probably accurate. That's weird. Anyway, so... Oh, and you probably spent energy to move, right? Oh, that's right. You use 2 tokens, like a smart person. I never did that. Very, very good. All right, so... Now it's going to activate all A robots, which is... activate all A minions. Minions just shoot stuff around them. But if there's nothing in range, they just move towards your robots, and you actually get to kind of choose where they end up. Does this thing move 5? Yeah, it moves 5. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll end up, here or here, depending on where you want it.
Oh, I mean, I'll stick with your judgment for the time being.
Yeah. All right, and that's that for that. So we flip this A card over, and that's done. And now you get to attack again. And if you couldn't tell, so this boss, Arlysion, is actually all about draining your resources. And it will be a rough time.
Yep.
This is actually a relevant thing. There is an action you can take on your turn with one of your robots. Why are these rulebook pages so deep fried? Anyway, you can use the recall action. When you would activate one of your robots, you can destroy it instead, and that's gonna be maybe helpful if a robot gets super drained and it's your team's making like 2 energy. Yeah. But not necessary right now.
So it's going to fire all 3 of its attacks.
On F, yeah. Yes, it will.
I'll just move him there. So I go full move, and that'll be it.
This will probably be one of the strongest turns the boss takes because the
Yeah, I'm really hoping it's downhill from here as far as its actions go.
Yeah.
So it can't so the deck is reshuffled after it hits the end.
Yep. And well, there's 12 cards, and you just reveal all 12. And once the deck is out, the game's over. So basically, you have.
I see.
Yep. It uses ultimate penalty. It choose a robot to blow up.
I mean, since we've already lost stuff on Omni, I think I'll just take it off the board.
Yep. And you don't lose Valor for that. You'll just recover energy. It'll just recover HP.
So what you're saying is it's actually a free reset.
Yeah, in certain circumstances. And then it's going to use Judge Javelin on the only robot in range, so that's going to zap your A100 for 3.
So if I had cleverly not moved that robot into range,
it wouldn't have done anything, yeah. And then it will do the overclock signal bossy, which doesn't actually do anything this turn because no minions are going to activate. So you can just skip it. Because there are no S minions that are going to activate, the boss will summon a card. So let's find out what this is. Also, I need to stick this hive on the bottom. So we're going to...
So what is this one over here, Phase 2?
Yeah, what is it? Whoop! An AID 600. Oh, that's going to be great. This is actually one of the most obnoxious minion robots to fight. 4.
Pay up to 6 energy to reroll. Oh, okay, it's 600. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's really silly. So it's going to go here, going to pop out a piece, and it's going to... We rolled a 4, so it'll actually just go to the next highest, so it'll go to 5. So it's pretty far away right now, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then that's the boss's turn. This flips over, and you move another robot.
And then I can't activate the same robot again, right?
Only if you use your blue Valor ability. Oh, and actually, no. You could still... That still says a different robot. So yeah, no. Still in this thing, you can only activate each robot once.
Good. Yeah, okay, so what I want to do is move this guy 4, 11 down to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that.
And then another S card. Let's see what happens. Ultimate penalty. Let's see how oppressive this is. It probably should stay at 1 hit, but 4 ups is kind of bad. Sacrifice 2 robots, Mike. Also here's the
yeah, I can spend a Valor point to minimize the damage.
Valor points.
2 Valor points
to turn them into a 1. Yeah.
No, I think I'll lose these 2 for the time being. Nope. There we go. Here.
So yeah, basically this robot plays tower defense versus you. Just zapping your robots. Then it's going to Judge Javelin. There's nothing to Judge Javelin in range, so that doesn't matter. And then it's going to overclock Signal, which also doesn't matter because there are no S robots in play. Because there are no S robots in play, we're going to summon again. That doesn't matter because you can't make it. Can you? No S robots are in play. Scion. We're going to summon Yeesis herself to do the thing. And Yeesis is going to appear on 6. You're lucky all these, the minions are all just spawning a million miles away from you. And
yeah, very handy.
Now the round ends, and what happens is, you just respawn your robots. You'll respawn your robots, then you'll get your energy back, and you can respawn.
So the round ends, I don't get to activate these 2 in the corner?
Oh, sorry, yes. You do get to spend the rest of your energy and activate whatever.
Well, with 5 move and 2 move, I think he needs to sort of be in a position to shoot at things.
You could also accelerate him for 5.
I'm not willing to combine yet until it's moving drain off my robots.
Yeah.
And this guy
You
I'm
can
doing-
accelerator and then not combine just for the extra movement speed. That is a thing
Yeah,
that's
you're right. It
allowed.
is a May.
Yep.
We'll stick with the basic for now.
Yep.
While we try and figure out what we're doing. So, do my guys come back before or after I recharge?
They're gonna respawn, and then you're gonna get your back. So you never really lose energy in solo mode till Yeesus, burns it all away from you.
And I can put them on any starting zone?
Yep.
Or do they
Anywhere.
respawn on stop one?
They just respawn anywhere you want.
Be a little bit more aggressive. Now, Yappy, I'm trying to make it so these guys are all sort of legible from wherever you're streaming from. Do you have like a fixed camera at the top?
Yeah, it's like everything's visible, so I just yeah. Oh, I see. It's the other way around, I guess.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
It's like the size of ants anyway. on the
Yeah.
screen. I wish we had like. I don't actually know the answer to make this game look sexier on stream. Something that
The
we should
answer is a digital version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make the full-on Advance Wars version. So yeah, after you, well, actually, does each round we have the rules right here? Is it reveal Rondo cards and then respawn? Discard any Rondo cards, reveal them. Oh, actually, I reveal these first, and then you can respawn, so you can reconfigure your robots, if you want to.
We're not doing good with the ultimate penalty today.
So yeah, this is a thing that is the
Activate
new
all
version.
boss actions, activate all boss abilities, activate all minions.
So some of the boss attacks on Arlysion have this little blue symbol. This is gonna be stupid. So the blue one is also the so after this there are no more super strong attacks from Arlysion.
So when I said the first round was the strongest round, I actually meant it was the second strongest round.
It's true. So yeah, this blue card will activate all actions with the blue symbol, and then the penalty action, which will make the next few turns annoying. But I don't think Arlysion has other obnoxious stuff.
So this is a permanent effect now that this card has been flipped.
Only after that activates. So right now your robots cost normal. So like, and this would be an example of like a time where you might want to like use the blue ability to activate before you get penalized forever.
I'm leery of committing things to doing damage to the boss because he just sort of heals
Yeah.
like a jerk. Well, I suppose that means I should be focusing on clearing out the minions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, the boss itself. So after this round, there are definitely going to be ENG cards that pop out, and that means the boss will run away every time you attack it. So like the strategy behind this one, I think, is you're trying to basically blow it up across like 1 or 2 turns in like a big alpha strike.
And the rules for Gambit have changed back and forth, haven't they?
Oh yes. We've been doing any one. If you roll any one, the whole attack fails. I don't know if I like how that feels the last couple times we tried it. We can just do Gambit as printed. So any 2 dice fail, the whole attack fails.
I'll move this guy up 2. And I will use the SSM repeat burst on the SO400.
Because the SO400 minion has jamming, you roll an extra dice and it's going to discard the highest one.
Alright, the highest.
That's how minion jamming works.
Well, I felt like I should be paying 1 energy for the Gambit, so 4 dice, but 3 energy.
Yep. So it's gonna get rid of the 6. So that means 2 of them fail and the attack does nada.
Yeah, oh well. I will not be using the E-Power.
Yep. And let's see, so activate super ultimate special move. The boss will start beating on you. Ultimate penalty, which we'll see what happens. Sacrifice 1 robot.
Vaguely.
And then we're going to Judge Javelin. It's gonna target your blue robot. It misses. And then we're gonna do Overclock Signal, which is just the 1 die. Yeah, just the 1 die. Let me roll this one. And that'll give all minions a damage buff. Yeah, all minions have a +1 damage buff. And then all minions are going to activate. I don't think anyone's actually in range to be shot at.
I feel like the red guy might be able to...
The red guy is going to... Actually, yeah, the red guy will do the battery pistol on the boss. So that's actually going to attempt to damage buff the boss, or accuracy buff the boss. Which, possibly regrettable. I think that worked. Nope, actually missed. Cool. That's great. So that was the A robot.
Hang on, robot. Where's this damage buff coming from?
Oh, sorry, accuracy buff.
Oh yeah, okay, yep.
Yep. And then the SO will move, and because there's nothing in range, the SO, you get to choose just like the SO goes. So it'll like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like here. And the innate will also move 1, 2, 3 towards you and end its turn. And
so the SO doesn't shoot?
no, they shoot and then they move towards you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yep. Yeah, and now next turn the SO will be very much in range to start shooting things. And I think that's it. Oh, and Yeesus will also move too. So boop boop boop. And
so which one is the real Yeesus?
That's a good point. So which one is the real Yeesus? Which one is a facsimile? Let's do. So that's the boss turn now. Oh, and it also activates the penalty ability. So you roll all of your.
My actions cost 1 energy permanently.
Yep, your actions cost +1 energy for the rest of the game.
I thought it was for the rest of the turn.
For the rest of the game,
Okay.
I think. Let's see here. Permanently, yes. +1 energy permanently, which is possibly a little too oppressive. But the other one, before it was +1 energy for the rest of the round, but then we found that, if this card pops up at the end of the round, then it doesn't do anything. So trying to find a balance between that and this. This one's definitely probably
Maybe like the first action a player uses each round costs 1 energy. First 2, anyway.
It would be kind of interesting if it was like +1 energy, but then you also roll an extra die. I don't know if that would be like stupid, but
all of your robots have Gambit, whether you like it or not, for the rest of the game. I don't know. Because yeah, is taxing interesting? Is taxing fun? Who knows?
Taxing is not fun, no, but it is. It's skill-based game, right?
It's a because like solo mode's basically like a puzzle game. So we're gonna see if like restricting your resources makes you burn neurons harder.
So the Ender 200 is going to fire the Ender 2 repeating gun at the SO400.
Makes sense.
And I will gambit 1 dice. If anybody has some quick math on how I'm gambling inefficiently. No, and the SO is jamming. Yep,
Just jamming
so
one. You're gonna roll 4 dice again, same thing as before.
Snake eyes.
Let's see. So that misses. And then off to the boss turn.
Looks to be the case.
Yep. And then let's do eye stuff. What is it?
Actually, I think I have to pay 1 extra energy after.
Oh yeah, that's right. Penalty is a little oppressive, so let's just have it trigger once. We figured out that it's kind of stupid.
There's 2 robots a turn.
2 robots a turn, a little aggressive because it's not actually doing anything to you, but it is just stymieing your ability to progress the game state. So we'll have it go back to what it was before, which I think was 3-2 up. I think 3-2 up. Or 2-2 up. 3-2 up always missed, and then the attack just never did anything. So we'll do 2-2 up. So sacrifice 1 robot.
Yep, I'll move the SSM back to the board.
Let's see, and other eye thing. Overclock signal. 6. So it's Innade's gonna get a damage buff that it probably does not need because now the Innate is going to activate as the only eye minion on the board. And it's going to dump 6 dice on your Ender. And we're gonna see how that works.
How does a damage buff interact with a drain attack?
It's just gonna deal +1 drain.
So damage buffs now amplify the effect, regardless.
Yeah, damage. Well, damage buffs. We have drain and damage kind of like umbrellaed under the concept of damage. So damage buffs have damage and defense buffs have always interacted with drain.
Okay.
Yep. So
I can't buff a push guy or a pull guy.
Not a push or pull, yeah. It doesn't also.
It
also does, yeah, you also can't use like damage buffs to like power up or repair or something. 3, 4. Yeah, take a bunch of drain. Take an aggressive amount of drain. If you wanted to highlight this art, Yampy, this is a cool one. Just the Innate 600. It's another Noah masterpiece. This is the angriest bug of all time. So deal 4, 3 + 1. So yeah, 4 energy drain on Ender. So Ender doesn't make anything, and it takes a damage after that because drain spills over and becomes damage. And then that's that, and I'll do the same thing next turn. But now you can activate.
God. I'm struggling to move people into position.
So once a solo rondo card is finished and you like flip it over, is it no longer revealed, or is it still like count as currently revealed when it comes to like Arlysion's
that's interesting.
ability?
I guess there's nothing right now. I guess there's nothing in the rules that say you flip over a solo rondo card after it's activated, but that's actually a really good point. Because I think I was gonna put flipped over in the rules.
Don't commit that one. I'm sorry. That was poorly thought out of me.
It totally does change how that attack would be worded.
I think we're gonna take another crack at the SO.
Punch.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it costs me 3 to use this. 3. I'm gonna roll 3 dice, and you're gonna discard the lowest.
Yep.
I discard the highest.
That still works.
So it looks like I might actually succeed with this one.
Yep. Deal 2 damage. So the thing has anti-air? I forgot.
3 anti-air.
Oh man, it does have anti-air. That goes down to 1. And then Eye's gonna activate again, so it's gonna do Judge Javelin? Yeah, it's gonna do Judge Javelin. Whoop. Targeting your Awe. 3 drain on your Awe. And then let's move it, and then let's give the boosties to the minions, which is really just this innate again. Innate is boosted again, and it's going to dump a ton of dice onto your Ender again because it just hates your Ender. Just absolutely reviled by the concept of your Ender.
It's the flag.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 7.
Should be 7.
7. It does have a damage boost. Looking for 5. Yeah, 5 up. So we're getting. Oh, this thing is rolling so good. 3 normal damage to Ender, I guess.
Yeah, so that's definitely death for him. I
Yep.
was thinking about bringing 1 to 0, but since he's essentially a walking wounded.
Yeah. So, and this is like you could potentially save the Ender if you did a Valor point thing.
And do I lose the point immediately on him being removed from the board?
Yeah. So you'll lose 1 Valor point if you let him die. It'll 2 if you want to try to save him. For the sake of saying,
He can die for now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And then that's that for that, and then you can do the rest of stuff that you have.
You got 4, so 1. 4. Yep.
And then you can, I think you reveal these, and then you respawn robots based on what you think will happen. Zoop, doop, doop. Alright, this one, the red super attack. The red super attack will use Judge Javelin on all range. Come on, just deal 9 damage.
Yeah,
Michael. Deal 9 damage, just do it.
We can figure it out. How hard could it be? I want him there, I want him sort of there, and I want him there. So my energy production is a little bit mangled, but not necessarily worse for wear.
Yeah, a big part of solo is definitely like looking at what the boss is doing and then just seeing if your team has like what arcane thing can I do to.
So I noticed he has Quell.
Oh yeah.
I have absolutely not been keeping track of.
I think it's always just shot at your robots after you've already moved them, so it hasn't mattered.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So now you know that more penalty stuff is going to happen. We could actually probably... Is that thing really necessary to have a symbol on it? Penalty proc 6, 7 times per game. 7 times per game is probably right. Not 9. Yeah, I'll just do it as printed for now. And then it's actually the boss actually isn't going to do anything for the rest of the turn. It's just going to activate minions. So it's now G and E are out.
Well, I think it's I've officially wasted too much time, and now I need to focus damage on the boss.
Yep.
So we're gonna start with Ashla. 1, 2. Where is she in range? 1, 4. Cost me 4 down to 13. It's gonna cost me 4 energy if I want to attack with her.
Yep. Knuckle shuffle, knuckle shuffle.
Yeah, I think I might actually push that up. 3 is the base cost. One, 2, 3 base cost plus 1 plus another one. So I'll gambit for 4. And it cost me 5.
Yep.
Anything else I'm forgetting? No, but if 2 dice fail, the attack fails. No, it's not as if I rolled doubles.
Oh my god.
Well, triples is not going to let me get out of that with what I had in mind.
Solid. Solid good.
It's good. My despise for the gambit mechanic is in full force here. Well, if that succeeded, I was going to activate somebody else and go from there, but that's not exactly the start I was hoping for. So take it away, boss.
Let's see. You're probably in a higher danger of losing due to time limit than Valor point depletion.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I forgot. In Valor, I think you might lose Valor time of fully drained also, which is like happened maybe once. I think it happened near Ender just the one time. Destroyed or fully drained. You're at 11. Alright, so let's see. Penalty. 2 up. Let's see what happens. Destruction. Yeah, sacrifice a robot.
By glaive.
By glaive. Let's see. And then we're going to do overclock signal and activate all the minions. Overclock, so it's only supposed to roll 1 dice on that. So overclock signal fails because I'll just see the 1 is the 1. And then judge. And that's going to use Judge Javelin on all player robots in range, because of course it will. 1, 2. So actually that's just Ashla.
It's just 2.
Just 2.
One of which is already drained for 3.
Yep, 2 up. Okay, so drain both of them for 3.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. This one's going to take 1 damage. Lose another point.
Balancing solo mode is so good. It's like some of them, yeah, some of the. I have to consult with some solo aficionados. How hard should solo mode bosses be? Should they be pretty hard? But then again, like, hard is also a sort of subjective thing in this game, because like if you just looked at this boss, you could probably theory craft a team that just kills it on turn 1 if you like galaxy brain it. So it's interesting. 1. And then it's going to finally activate all minions, so it's just gonna shoot an aid. An aid's gonna shoot Ashla because of alphabetical order. And that's also the only thing in range.
Brian Gives McKay will talk solo modes with you.
Yay! He's actually an expert. He made the Pocket Paragon Soul. Actually, did he make the Paragon Solo mode? I'm not sure. I think Crows may have made that. And then 1, 2.
Yeah, just before you roll those dice, a question on order of operations. If it's activating one minion.
Yeah, activate all minions. You actually do stuff in order. So first, it'll do. It's gonna try to boost you the boss, but I guess you probably still want to do that because the boss isn't gonna activate for the rest of the round, so that doesn't matter. And then you would do the ESO. The ESO will shoot the thing closest, the only thing in range, really. So it will go 2 dice and do whatever the ESO does, which is 0 damage and rust. Your awe is 0 damage and rusted. And then the innate, they're over on the side of the board over there. And then we're gonna again roll 6 dice onto Ashla and see what happens. The minions are rolling really good, and you are rolling
Less than good.
So this absolutely menacing innate again dumps 4 damage on you.
2 drain.
It's hitting on 5 ups really hard.
1, 2, and then I go down a valor point.
And then Yesus, the little Yesus, will shoot at you, who has arcing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just gonna shoot. What is Yesus's thing? 3 attacks, 3 dice. Behold this robot's power. Green Lantern's light. 2 drain? 2 drain on Ashla.
Okay, well, down to 1.
Alright. And I think that's all the minions. And using math, you can figure out what the last cards are. I believe it's an A, an E, and a G in the final round.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I won't do much next round. No
So
more.
here's my game.
Yeah.
Accelerator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and combine.
Yep.
Into this guy.
Yep. Gonna deal 1 damage to the boss. Congratulations on your first damage. Really good. And
Look,
then
I'm on the board.
oh, and actually it'll blow up. Actually, where was your ender? Was it like here or something?
It was down here.
Oh, okay. If you accelerator to this spot, you will deal 1 damage and blow up the SO. Just saying.
Why? Oh, because it's 3 AoE.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Much better. Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Alright, so let's see. This SO gets blowed up finally. Arlysion takes another damage.
Alright, 2.
Arly takes a damage. And now if you wanted, you could use your blue ability to activate.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a 2 valor for that.
The boss, does that teleport immediately, or is that like at the end
Oh,
of the...
that's right. Suffering will ensue. 1 second.
And is that only when it's
will-
directly damaged, or if it's damaged by like one of its robots dying?
Oh, that should be damaged by a player action. It shouldn't move every time a minion dies. So where did it take the? Oh, so it just took damage. It took 2 damage simultaneously, but now it's gonna roll a die and teleport somewhere. To the best possible place, which is the closest.
Okay, so but
Oh,
I can
you're
only activate one of these, right? Because the boss doesn't
you-
have any activations
can-
remaining.
You can activate one. You can activate each of them 1 time between boss actions.
Yeah.
So you could gain 5 energy and then activate a dude, and then do all sorts.
I mean, I think I may have to.
Yeah.
So it's 2 valor points.
Yep.
To reactivate a robot. 2 valor points gives me 5 energy.
6, and then
Does it have any range on it? It does have 4 range. So I don't even need to move really.
yeah.
2 dice, both above 3, so it'll cost me 1 extra. 1, 2, 3. Might as well just go for an extra dice. So he doesn't have jamming though, right? So just 3.
Yep. Whoop.
You could make one of those a 6 if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a 6.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's 2 more damage on the boss.
Does the boss fly or?
I don't think that appeared on the stream, but there was a die that definitely landed on a number, and then
Over to the 4.
yeah, God himself came down and literally moved it sideways.
It's fine. It wouldn't be a good advertisement for your game if I beat it on the first try anyway.
Let's see. It's true. Yeah, last time the tutorial boss is kind of easy enough to like kind of blow through because it's a damage race, but this one is a little bit more involved with the braining.
And so it
alright.
would teleport again then, right?
Yes, now it will teleport again.
And this should be
Where does it go? 5. Inconvenient. And then you do whatever else you need to do, and then actually, well, I guess that was still like the first activation, wasn't it?
Yep.
G
You've got a
stuff
whole
happens.
G turn.
Nothing happens, but it'll spawn a minion because there are no G robots in play. Oh, do you make this? Does this robot do anything in solo mode? Yeah, it does. It shoots Nightmare Novas. Okay. So how combining works for the boss is that first you just check letters on robots that are either in play or in the discard pile. So SO's in the discard pile, S is in play, and I is in play. So you're gonna kind of flippy these over, and actually, well, you discard all of the minions that are gonna combine into this spot, right? So you go take these small, you take the I and the S off the board, and the new robot, this new level 3 robot will come into play on one of the spaces. It'll either come into play where the innate is, or where Yeezus is, and the player gets to choose.
And it's going to activate on the E turn.
It will activate on the E turn, regrettably.
Nightmare Nova, drain, 7 range. I think.
Probably put it here because the Arly will block its line of sight.
Yeah, okay, that works for me.
Because if you put it there, then it'll just start shooting stuff at you.
I was thinking maybe, yeah, I could block his line of sight with the wall as I was trying to get around. But
So let's see here. And then that's that, and then you can move another robot.
yeah, no, I've been lax with micromanaging cards over here. I'm wondering if it's worth knocking all off the board since he's not really contributing anything. And we'll probably just die.
Probably just die.
But for the time being, we'll.
That would allow you to respawn him back like over here to actually shoot the boss.
Yeah, it doesn't cost me an energy not to destroy him though, does it?
No, it just it'll ding you for 1 valor, which is, I guess, kind of dangerous.
I'll do that at the end of the turn.
Yep.
Pardon me while. Okay. Is this going to snap the thing? Oh, no, it's not. No.
Yep. And then E stuff will happen. SO 600,000 will attempt to use Nightmare Nova, but it can't. It can't use Reveal True Form because we don't know what that does in solo mode. Solo
So
mode,
mysterious and confusing.
So solo mode works with like 99.9% of robot actions in the game, but some of these new robots that have like these text box abilities, I think we'll just have to say, much like commander abilities, you just ignore. And then I'll do all range laser rondo, which will shoot you, which I think is just a damage.
Infinity AoE?
Yep, infinite AoE. It'll shoot through Arly because robots don't block AoE line of sight.
Surely that means it hits everybody, right? Oh, they don't. The robots don't hurt themselves in solo.
Oh yeah, enemies don't hurt themselves. Otherwise, it'd be like playing Mario Party and you see the AI roll off the stage, and that misses. Okay, cool.
Oh, good. Some relief.
Yeah, it's good. All right, and then that means this is done. So these, then end of round, you can still act, even though you don't have any energy left, you can activate the awe. And
yeah, I'll
blow it up.
I'll retreat him.
And since this is the final round anyway, there's no harm in sort of going to 0 and below. You lose if you hit -5 specifically.
Oh, okay, so there is a fail case.
That is the very bottom that you can hit. But
Do you lose immediately at 5, or you just can't spend any more?
you, I think you lose immediately at 5. So that's where
Good.
you're gambling.
Seems fair.
All right.
GEA.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put him over here. And the glaive is also... The glaive may come in clutch. We shall see.
Yeah, so...
I redo my energy. I am at 5, 10, 15, 17. Is actually correct.
Yeah, you don't have
I've got first.
Yep. So what are you going to do? Oh, and you see, it's actually not going to recover any damage until at ultimate penalties at the very end of the round. So you have, like, a few opportunities to clinch 5 damage here.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance.
AES, no, that's not going to do any good. It has to be a robot that hasn't rated yet. And he's got a G, so he's going to move.
Yeah. Gambit him into a wall? I don't know. It depends on who you want to do damage to.
What about...
It's going to run away after taking damage.
Well, he's got 4 move, right? So how do we feel about Gambit him off the edge?
Oh, you can't. You also can't shove bosses off the board, regrettably. they are immune to instant kills.
Well.
So maybe they shouldn't be. Who knows? I think it'd be pretty funny.
2 each above 3. Each dice above 3 gives me 1 damage if I'm next to it.
Yep.
Step up to the plate, little buddy. It's going to cost me at least 2 energy. No, it's going to cost me at least 3 energy. Then I think I'll gambit 5. So 4 dice. Each above 3. It's gonna...
Each one will push the boss into the wall for 2 spaces, aka 1 damage. And we'll see. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Let's see, 2 dice, 3 and above, 2, so 3 and above.
So they'll do 3 damage at the moment, and
I think I'll go to 6 on that.
Yeah, 0, 0, 0. So down to 1 on the boss. After menacing you aggressively for the first 2 turns, the shoe is on the other foot.
Now he flickers away.
Yeah, let's see where he goes. Bonk 2. Go zip zop. No, that's the question of can you... Oh, so here's funny tech. You can use your Valor skills to reroll any die. So if you wanted, you could turn that to a 1 or a 6. That is important solo mode tech. As you can manipulate spawns.
Do I fail that roll by making that dice into a 6?
What do you mean?
Oh, good, no, it's 2 because it's not duplicate. Sorry, my head's stuck in the way you were testing the if you.
Oh, the pairs. No. Yeah, the duplicate. We were already talking about how failing on duplicate 6s would be the worst feeling in the world. But no. As the dice that the boss rolls to flicker around, you can actually use your Valor skills.
I could put him next to the SSM.
Yeah, and you could do the same thing when like minions and stuff spawn in too. You can manipulate those with your Valor skills. It's like some deep tech that you can do. Well, so if you really want the boss on 1 or 6, you could do that.
The question really is, I'm trying to figure out, like, can the SSN get to a point where it can draw line of sight on the boss where it is? Because I feel like probably not.
You could accelerate.
I think right there, 2 spaces to there should do it.
Oh yeah, that's great. Good.
The other option is you could accelerator with your all 1000 and combine. And then go to like -5 million and hopefully just try to beat it up. Oh, actually, the awesome does do damage when it comes into play.
Right, but it's only got 4 range.
Yeah.
Accelerator 7. We'll see. So that's 2.
Yep.
I might as well take the shot.
Oh, where do you? Oh, yep. I see. And then, so you're gonna shoot.
Usually, there's a way to get.
Yeah, that's
fine.
correct line of sight.
2 dice, 4 and above. It's going to cost me 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't need to add Gambit to this one.
You did it.
64.
You rolled.
I got there.
You got there. There it is. Aegis solo mode. You blew up the boss and you did the thing. On turn whatever it was, 13 out of 12. No, I don't know how to do math. 10.
10 out of 12.
Turn 10 out of 12. You blew up the boss. So yeah, that's Arlysion. Did you feel aggressively menaced?
Yeah. I felt oppressed, actually, and I'm wondering what you were going for.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an I type, so that maybe checks out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny because, like, depending on how the solo deck comes out, you can really sometimes the boss will do nothing the first 2 turns and then completely destroy you in like the last 2 turns, or vice versa, as we saw here. But yeah, since this robot has so little HP, we wanted to make sure it constantly felt like it was doing stuff and oppressing you and feeling a little tough and things like that. So that's cool. So that's we unlocked that boss at some point. That was a stretch goal boss. And
it is wonderful art, so getting it blown up on a bigger card is right now.
Yeah, correct. It's pretty cool. And then let's see. All right, let's do another one. So we can say we did 2 bosses. You don't have to jump in twice, Michael.
I know Dars was waiting in the wings, right?
Oh yeah, I wonder if Dars was. And if not, I can also just do it too. So we'll get the Rondo deck shuffled, because the other boss functions very differently. Boop, and then flip. So, Excelgon's on the back. Why is Excelgon on the back?
What could this mean?
Why are you there? So yeah, if you help push our game to get the correct amount of money, which is 6 figures, then you will definitely get Excelgon in the final Kickstarter delivery. So tell your friends. Excelgon's just on the back of all these. That's a feature.
You used to miss the back of the card.
That's hilarious. I never even knew we put Excelgon into tabletop sim. It's just just self-inserting everywhere.
Gone but not forgotten.
Yep.
Trying to pick the stretch goals here.
Let's
solo boss number 4 unlocked because it's 94,000 with his expansion, where you might get 10 cards or you might get 4, and that's where it's.
Yep, and if we get enough money, you'll get both. So, if you want to make sure that you get all these really cool bosses and force us to develop the variant expansion, you should get the Kickstarter money. Final week, baby. Final week.
Yep, last 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, we're down to 6 days now. The counter keeps going. Actually, I have no idea what time the counter tracks down, but 6 days, then I can finally take a nap.
Is KickTrack what anybody can look at, or is it more of a privileged user type thing?
Anyone can look at KickTrack. You can see our bar graph, our incredibly front-loaded day 1.
So Dars, you wait in the wings there, big guy. Did you want to step in?
Let's see. If not, that's fine. Let's put these away. Let's set this up. We got delete these. I'll also just use Ashla for the sake of ease. Set that up for me. And then Salazar. Because yeah, the other solo boss that we're going to show off is the Ganshah, which is on the box. It's kind of like the main boss robot. And so the balance there is we're trying to make it simple enough to be the first boss you kind of pull out and fight. While
Even though it's
also
the last boss.
also making it feel like an interesting sort of opponent, because like the actual playable player version of Ganshah is a little ridiculous.
I have a theory, Breeze, and that theory is that Salazar is your self-insert character.
No, actually, Salazar is a gimmick from way back when we were first making this game in like 2013 or God knows when. Someone we went to college with was like, Breeze, I want you to put me in the game. My OC's name is Salazar. And this is my friend Connor, who I haven't seen in many years. Yeah, one day he came into school and he had this anime scar over one eye. Like, it's this perfectly vertical little. And he looks like exactly like the dude from Tangled. He looks exactly like him. Facial haircut and everything, and same kind of facial structure. And he came into the school one day with this Final Fantasy scar, and he's like, and at some other point he was like, I want to be in your game. I want to be Salazar. And I'm like, okay, cool. We'll make a character named Salazar. I'll put him in the game. And we're delivering on that in joke 10 years later. Let's see. I think this is correct. All right, so
18. Oh, okay, they've got their own numbers. It's not just an arbitrary number.
Yeah. So yeah, 18 HP, and then. All right, so do you want to give this a go, or should I give this a go?
I'm waiting for somebody else to be like, hey, I want to have a turn. So, open invite. Anybody listening?
Nah, that's fine. I can take over, and that way we won't have the stream end up like 3 hours long.
Okay, works for me. Yep. I'm still sort of riding high on the adrenaline from the last one.
Yeah, so. You won. You did it.
Would you like me to provide color commentary, or should I just leave?
Oh yeah, you can stick around, Phil, and be a co-host. How do I change colors?
Maybe I'll roll the boss dice.
If you select your thing.
All right,
I think
gray.
I think tech support has to leave red though.
Oh right, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. And then we're all gray.
I don't like that. That's general.
And then going down to red. All right, so Ganshah, what do you do? This one, you've tested Arlysion pretty extensively. The last boss that we played on the stream. That one is coming out pretty well, as intended. We've been like noodling its like difficulty up and down. Ganshah has been a pain because it does weird stuff, and it naturally makes it a little bit harder to design and balance. But we're gonna see how this one does today. Some of its attacks might be extremely oppressive. Other ones might do absolutely nothing. We'll see.
How many minions is he expected to have in his deck? Because I'm seeing 9 over here, and I thought it was 10.
9 is the current. Right now, the rulebook says 9/10. We say 9/10 because all the pre-built teams in AEGIS2 are basically 9 cards. But like I said, all these boss cards will have a pre-build in the final game. But we'll be using Salazar's deck. Salazar spawns in Gon tokens on 3 and 4. And
Also trips me up that you still don't have proper tokens for the... Like, they've got a card, but they're still using somebody else's token.
Oh yeah, I haven't fixed the art yet on the drones on the tabletop sim.
Have I got the art the right way around, Yampy, or have I flipped it because I'm on the other side?
That's right, yeah.
And then it spawns 2 minions of any level, which is scary. So we're gonna see what happens there. Shah 1000 and Shah 900. All right, cool. And burns. We're Dragon Boys. So Shah 1000 is going to go to 2. Little Shah is going to go to 4, aka 5. And then lots of blazing is going to happen. Can't you see me blazing? And then let's start some stuff. I'm going to immediately punch Salazar in the face and just try to beat on him.
Do tokens count as minions?
Yes.
Okay.
So if I blow up... So yeah, the Ender Ganshah starts with 18 HP. It's got some gimmicks here. So the first thing is that as long as there is a G minion in play, counting its own tokens, I cannot directly damage it. But blowing up minions still whittles down its HP one at a time. So it's going to be spawning a bunch of minions, but it will also... yeah, it's going to be spawning a bunch of minions, which will let me whittle its HP down little by little. But I'm going to be trying to make it naked so I can get like a nice big like punch in its face. So let's see here. What do? You can, however, yeet other robots off the board. You can't yeet you can't push bosses off the board, but you can totally push minions off. So yeah, that's what I'll try with this Shah 1000 over here. That's gonna be my setup. So I've got my G and my S on this side, and I've got my double A and my E on this side. I think I have strategized correctly. And all right, let's see. Well, I'm on the other side now. Disorienting. So we're gonna do one. We shuffled this.
We did.
See what three. Let's see what 3 letters happen now. Yeah, gig.
Yeah.
So it's going to use G stuff, it's going to use E stuff, and then it's going to activate its blue boss abilities, which are the less tough ones.
Is that an intentional design choice on each boss, or is it some have stronger ones on the blue and some have stronger ones?
We're still experimenting with this whole red attack, blue attack thing. We'll probably make it a little bit more uniform, where like the red will be the more offensive one and the E will be the more, like, ongoing effect one in the final version.
And also, is there any significance to the symbols you've used? Because I noticed Phi and Omega.
They don't look like letters, and I wanted to use Alpha and Omega, but Alpha looks like an A.
Yeah, I can see how that might get confusing.
Yeah, so we kind of, for right now, I just chose 2 kind of arbitrary Greek things, because it's also easier than designing symbols. We might design actual symbols for the final cards. And of course, all the text formatting on this one is going to get nice and adjusted too. So where are we gonna go? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna try to immediately destroy Salazar. And it's not actually gonna activate any minions, which is good. So 1, 2. Buckle my shoe, pay 3. 18 down to 14. I'm gonna gambit 1, and I'm going to try to just knuckle shuffle Salazar in the face.
Does Salazar's reroll come into play?
Certain commander abilities work better in solo than others. I think Salazar, as you can say, yes. We actually have it in the rulebook that commander abilities are up to discretion.
So would it affect would the boss be able to benefit from it, or does it not count as a combined robot technically?
That is why it is discretionary. Because certain definitely some effects consider the boss as not a robot, as a robot, quote unquote, for the purposes of what they do. I need to like. The other thing we need to like look over all the different boss abilities and figure out which ones interact well or not. I deal 3 damage to Salazar. Get out of here! Immediately, I also deal 1 damage to the boss. and you can go down to
You
7.
destroyed him immediately.
Yep. I think I broke this.
Yeah, you hit the middle button.
Oh. Let's see here. All right, productive first turn, and then G stuff. Salazar will poop out 1 million tokens. Not Salazar, Ender Ganshah. Create a Gondrone. So it's gonna roll 4 dice. It's gonna, for each 4 up, it's gonna create a Gondrone. I think it's still restricted to 4, just because of component concerns. So it's going to roll. All right, it's gonna make 2 Gon tokens. In the ideal world, we would just say they come in on 5 and 6, but that's too much text, so we'll just do. Oh, okay. So Gon token on 1 and a Gon token
5.
on 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And
And
then
it destroys your Omni.
it does. I was really worried that that effect wouldn't do anything, but it just killed Ashla. All right. Yeah. So this is actually that effect is actually probably uniquely really good against Ashla's team, since half of my good robots are melee attackers.
Do you perhaps want to spend 2 Valor points and turn that second one into a 6?
Maybe. Yes. Yes, I do. Gondrone, you can come over here and not kill anything. Because I want to combine with stuff. And then we're going to activate G minions. The question is, oh, now I remember why this is weird, because the G card activates all these Gondrones, which do move closer. They're gonna move closer to allies, so we definitely want to cap it at 4, or else this will get tedious really fast. So you're going to move towards the closest robot, which is, you're gonna go this way.
They move towards your enemy robot. They're like their enemy robots, technically.
Yeah, we did
So
also. I think should all solo. This is an interesting question for people who are more acquainted with playing these modes. Should all solo materials just refer to the player in second person? Should it just say, move minions closer to your robot, rather than trying to deal with what is an enemy?
Perhaps player instead of your
Player,
because,
yeah,
again,
that's currently what. Yeah, we've been doing player on a lot of stuff too. Using you does help with hard text though. Let's see. So the minions converge. They menacingly walk 2 spaces towards me.
They're so cute, but
It's like little Furbies. And then boss.
both the dronarts, even the astronauts are smash.
Yep. What am I gonna do now? I'm going to accelerator. Do I want? He's gonna activate next, but that means nothing. Except the boss is gonna use Bahamut Blazer, which also means nothing, because none of my robots are in range. I'm going
Robots
to.
are in infinite range.
Well, none of my robots are in line of sight.
Yep.
And then still I move them. 1, 2. How do I optimize this? I want to shoot something and then accelerator next turn to combine and do an AoE thing. But maybe actually. Oh, maybe I'll just do this next because this is funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay 2, 3, 3. Gonna gambit 1. I'm gonna try to yeet this level 2 robot right off the board. Because that is part of the plan. We have to trust the plan. And we're going to roll 3 dice. Whoop! And 4. Yeah, 4 push. All right, get out of here. Doing great. 3. We're gonna melt.
2 Valor points for the boss's loss.
Yep, 2 valor
Two.
points off the boss. And E. That's it. So yeah, E stuff is gonna activate. No Bahamut Blazer. No E minions in play. Boss will summon, and the boss will summon what? Ender 400, an E thing. And then 4. So down here. So yeah, I have to be careful of these Salazar minions because most of them have critical. So that's a quick boss turn, and then what do I do? I have to. So you can accelerator 1, 2, 3, 6, 6, 6. All right. So how much energy do I have left? Not a lot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Do I just do that? And then it's going to do an Aegis thing. What are you going to do? It's going to activate blue stuff. So it's going, next turn it's going to Bahamut Blazer. No, it's not. It's going to Gan Meteor Shower. Unfortunate, potentially, for my Gla. And then Burninate. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
Well, it actually already has 4 tokens in play, so if that rule doesn't change...
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, so maybe I shouldn't block on tokens right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna move up 1 space and say go, and the boss is going to Gon Meteor Shower, but there are already 4 Gons in play. And then it's going to Burninate, but all minions are going to use Bahamut Blazer now. What was I thinking? Maybe I should have blown up minions. Yeah, let's pay 2 Valor. I don't care about my Gla. Sorry, Gla. Pay 2 Valor, activate Awe instead. Let's combine. Let's make Awe 1000 and deal 1 damage to both of these jerks. And that's 2 more damage to the boss. And then
17, 15, yep. Did you pay
the
your
boss
energy
will...
for any of that, priest?
Yeah, now I'm at 0. So now the boss will just do whatever it wants. And then it's going to... Now it's going to go on Meteor Shower. And it's going to spawn more dudes, blow up people next to start zones. What's going to happen?
Why is it Yan Meteor Shower? Oh, because it's blue. Yeah, sorry. That's me.
Yep. So it's going to make 3 guns. So what happens when there's 2? So it doesn't matter. So it's going to make up to 3. And then we're going to roll these 2 dice. Where do they come in? 3 and a 5. Okay, so one of those is not a 2. Oh, Ashley gets blown up again. Cool. That's -1 for me. I don't think I
cloned some Gandron tokens. I thought we only had 4, but now I'm seeing 6. Sorry, perhaps I'm simply losing my mind.
Oh, I totally copy pasted 1. I didn't realize there was like a stack somewhere.
Oh yeah, they're down there. What else? Oh, and then it activates all... Oh yeah, so activate Gon Meteor Shower. All minions, including the Gons that just showed up, are going to use Bahamut Blazer. The Bahamut Blazer has infinity range, as it does. You're going to activate stuff in a alphabetical order. So first, Ender is going to use Bahamut Blazer on all 1000. That's cool. So that's 2 hits and 3 damage? Because, oh no, all 1000 does not play. So let's flip you over, let's get the guy out, and you can do that. Okay. Here. 2 damage and Blaze. Not that you'll be moving again this turn. And then Can this gun see R1000? No. This gun can, though. So that's another 4 dice on my 1000. What do I want to do there? I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna pay 2. I'm gonna make one of these into a 1.
I mean, I'm thinking, is he perhaps shooting the SSM 200 instead?
Oh yeah, so the way targeting works, they'll always target the highest letter robot.
Oh, okay, it's not like a distance 2.
Yep. And then, so yeah, boop. So all 1000 will go down to 1, and I don't think anything else shoots at this turn. This gun drone will shoot the only thing in range, which is this SSM. Let's see. 1 damage, so that's good. And then I'm going to... That's this gun drone, this gun drone, this gun drone can't shoot anything. And then it's going to activate all minions, which is just the gun drones menacingly moving towards my robots. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one's gonna go this way. This one's gonna go right here.
Yeah, the Gandrons menacing your robots is a lot more comical than I.
They're just really annoying because they do have beacon.
It's fine because you can't hurt the big guy while they're on the field anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this guy will go all the way over here and it's stop here. Yeah, here. And
so he does not shoot the higher level robot?
No, he's oh, actually, no, it only has 4 range, so it's just gonna run away and go towards the nearest enemy. And then what else? They're not intelligent, they're robots.
Rude. Derogatory even.
And then 1, 2. That's it. So okay, that's a productive round for this. And part of this testing is also to see how much micromanagement this boss is going to need. Because I know this is like... So the strategy behind Ender, the design concept behind Ender Ganshah is this is basically the crowd control boss. And it's going to summon lots of stuff. And you're going to be focusing on dealing with that more so than the boss itself. Ashley gets to respawn. Where did my Ashla piece go? That's a bigger question. Boop, 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 boop.
I moved it off the board.
Has anyone seen my star child? Oh, here we go. Okay. So, where do I want to put you? I want to put you here. I know this thing is just gonna Bahamut Blazer a bunch of times. And the one thing I'm seeing design-wise now is that so it has Bahamut Blazer as its main attack, but the Starpoint Arena board doesn't really do anything with doesn't really let it do anything because it's kind of designed to block line of sight on things. Before in other iterations, the boss could like move around in some way, but I think in this version it just doesn't.
It may need something that removes these two terrain tiles.
Yeah.
That being said, I think its damage output has been fine so far.
Oh yeah, it's just letting the minions do all of the work. What's the thing still at 15? Okay, what am I doing? New round, new me. I'm going to 1000. Oh, I don't want to spawn. I don't want to spawn Ashla over here. I want to spawn her over here because I'm going to probably immediately combine. I don't have to immediately combine. I can go 1, 2 and punch this thing first. Because I'm not really in danger because I know that next turn Bahamut Blazer won't do anything.
You could also go with the off first and then use the AoE to take out 2 tokens and then use Ashla to combine, right? I don't know if that's smarter or not, but
No, that's probably smarter because yeah, I can go one. I can still spend. It's actually cheaper too. I can go 1-2 spaces, and I can spend 2 on this bottom attack to do this big AOE. It's a little less accurate, but I will just change the dice to 6s. Well, hopefully both of them don't fail. That would be sad. We did it. We got there. So 2 more damage to the boss, and these jerks go away. And go boop boop, and then yeah, okay. So then
Now, just for my sanity, it also should have been a single damage on the Omni, right?
yes, that is also true. One, a good catch. What else? Yeah, Ganshah just does that, and then it activates A minions. There are no A minions, so we're going to spawn a minion. Whenever a Rondo card does it, Ganshah. And then so what's appeared before? What's in the discard pile? Just A's and S's. Okay, you don't get the. It is actually really funny when the boss spawns a level 5 minion because you do the little Ralph chuckle and you're like, I'm in danger. Let's see here. So you will now there's an A robot that will actually do something, and then come into play on 6. And that's going to be a ripe target for Awesome when I combine into it. So now it's back to me, because that's all that boss did. I'm going to go walk up 2. So let's say I started at 17. I did walked up 2 for, so I'm at 13. I'm going to walk up 2 and pay 7. So that's 9. So I'm at 13. Minus 9 is 4. Combine my robots, make Awesome. And I'll put it closer, farther away. Farther away is probably better because I'm just gonna dump dice on the boss. If I can get rid of the Gondrone, so you can come off. And so yeah, Awesome comes into play. It's just gonna Haymaker this off for 2 damage, and make it go down. And then what's it at? 4 health. So yeah, it's gonna go down to 2. I'm going to pay 2 Valor points to activate the Awesome immediately, because value.
So do you get 3 activations whenever you do that?
Yes. So yeah, the answer is to always kind of give your Awesome haste, because its Arcbuster ability lets it attack 3 times consecutively. And that even includes an alternate activation. So let's do some dumb stuff. Activation 1, Haymaker, the dead. Deal 1 damage to the boss. Get out of here. And then what's the range on you? You have 8 range? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what's my energy at actually? So that was 2 energy. Reckless Abandon. I'm gonna pay 2 more Valor because I'm great at this game. Oh, sorry. 2. Go down to 2 Valor to get 5 energy to go up to 7.
The game actually is much easier if every time you say you pay 2 Valor, you increase it.
And then let's move up 1 space, and now I can go 2, 4, 6, 8. I can shoot the stupid Gondrone from a million miles away. And is that good? I think that's good. Yeah, whatever. Already committed. That's enough to blow it up. So 1 more damage on the boss, and then I've reduced myself to very little valor, so hopefully nothing dies. And then I can activate one more time, but there's nothing really in range. I can shoot the boss for no reason, because there's still a gun drone in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was there a way to get to... So I was here. If I combined into the correct spot, which was here, and then I moved to here, then I would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where did I go? So I combined. No, I want to be closer. No, if I combine into this spot, and then I move to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. The cool part about solo mode is that you can do takesy backsies, and no one's here to judge you or complain. So we'll say I combine there, and then I moved up a space to shoot the thing there, and then I'm in the range of both of these minions. So now I can use my last 4 energy to dump onto this ender all the heck way over here. Because my attack is arcing, and behold that amazing 2 damage that I just did. 3 damage because it's anti-air. So that's 3 damage, so that is down to 1. And now I'm at 0 energy again. No more Valor skills for me this turn, and also no more energy. Alright, S. What is Ender Ganshah's S ability? World Fire. Roll a die. Set everything on fire. 3. That hits. So this isn't even on here anymore. You're not here anymore. However, I do take... Claw takes 1 damage. And... Why is the SSM at 2?
Yeah, its HP must be mistaken.
I don't think it got...
Or did it get shot once?
I think it just got shot by what? Or did it get shot by... did it get shot by a Bahamut Blazer? That was just, like, really bad?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, okay. So now I'll take 1 more damage, and now my team's blazed. I don't have any energy left to move anyway. And then activate S minions. There are no S minions left because I killed them all. And then what do we reveal? Endergon. No G minions have come out that are combinable because you still can't combine with drones. Ika. Alright. The cutest Ika in the world will come out and be very not meant, which is good. 1. So Ika 200. Oh yeah, you're dead. And then... where'd the Ika piece go? Did the Ika piece go out? Did it appear? There it is. Oh, okay. So 1, you go over here. And that's all that's all she wrote for this turn. So I have 2 turns left. I'm at 2 HP. All I have to do is not have any of my robots die. Oh, is this the last turn actually? What was I doing? Wait, where am I?
I think you added. So this is the cards that have been played so far. You may have just added them back to the deck.
Oh no.
I mean, they didn't shuffle, right? So they should be.
Oh no, this. Oh, sorry, no. So the deck was up here, and these are the ones that just got. I think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, so you guys get out of here, and now, round 3. Do the thing. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe this helps with visualizing.
That's also true. Let's see what figure. So both A's have come out, a G and an S have come out. So this time it's E, G, and I. I think I need to get rid of this Gondrone. And how much energy do I make? I make 7, 9, 14. 16, 15, 14, so I make 14. Let's strategy. You have 11 HP left. I have 2 turns left. I have 2 HP left. Need to beat this boss. Let's do... And my big heavy hitter can attack 3 times in a row. Again, do I leave it? Can I move far enough away to shoot this gun token with my SSM? Not really. It has successfully entered my minimum range, and now it's annoying.
Can you activate a robot a second time using the E skill, or no?
No, you
Okay.
can only do different robots haven't activated yet. What? I can always just bump off this E thing before it shoots. I guess I could. Gla, you're not doing anything. I should move you away from the start.
That would spawn in a minion, though.
Does it? What spawns in a minion?
If the Ender isn't on the board.
Oh. So it's either going to shoot me. I can let the Ender shoot me in the face, which is not that threatening, or I could bump it off, deal a damage, but then it might spawn something more annoying.
Can you deny spawns by standing on the star point zones?
Yes. And against Ender Ganshah, so definitely on part of fighting some bosses, the strategy is to choke certain star points. You can control where they can run to or spawn things on. Ender Ganshah discourages that because it will just kill things near star points if it spawns a bunch of dudes. Oh snap! No, it's gonna make a bunch of dudes on the second turn, so I need to get rid of this Gondrone and then dump damage on it this turn before I just can't for the rest of the turn. So maybe I do activate Awesome first. And I just need to go 1, 2, how much spaces? 1, 2, 4, 6. I need to move up 4 spaces. Alright, so we're activating you, and we're gonna blow probably most of my... First, let's do 4 dice onto that Gondrone. That's enough. So it will destroy this. And 1 more damage on the boss. And then I'm going to spend my next activation number 2 is I'm going to move it. What's more? Dunk on it with 2 haymakers, so I actually have energy for the rest of the turn. No, I'm not going to have anything anymore. So, yeah, I do 2 haymakers, and then I'll have enough energy to kill the... So, haymaker number 1. And we just hope that nothing happens. I miss. Regrettable. Haymaker number 2.
It actually got worse.
I can't use any Valor skills because then I lose at the end of this round. I'm not convinced to deal 10 damage to the next 2 turns. So we're gonna see if we can just make it happen next round. Alright, E activation. Shoot me in the face at point blank range under Ganshah with your Bahamut Blazer, which thankfully does not have crit. Miss all 4, yeah! We lucky. And then this Ender is going to shoot my Gla in the face. And that will deal 1 to Gla. My Gla does not care. And then that's that. Next round activation, I have 2 energy left. I guess I'm just going to try to throw this Ender. And then that works, so that's 1 more damage. All right, gone meteor. How
So,
far are we going to... Yep.
if you roll doubles at the same number, do you spawn like Gons on that point and then the next point up like normal? Or is it simultaneous, does that not?
That's a good question. I think
So,
you
so,
just...
so far, he's been spawning them on the next one. Oh.
So yeah, you roll first. So so this determines it's gonna spawn 2 Gons. Then we're gonna roll.
Yeah. So if you roll double sixes here, you just lose the game.
Oh.
Right? Or well, I guess it
Would
can't
it?
spawn because Ender Ganshah's there. But
Oh yeah. It rolled It thankfully did not
Well-
roll a 2 because that would be regrettable.
what
So-
would have happened if you rolled double sixes? One would have spawned here. Would the second have tried to spawn in the middle, not spawn, and then just killed your awesome that was standing next to it? Or
That's a good question. So to create a Gondron, destroy player bots on an adjacent. We have to figure out how to word that
Your
second
wording
ability.
for that ability is very vague.
It's supposed to destroy things next to the Gondron that comes into play. So one would come in on a 6, and the next one would attempt to come in, and it would try to go on the 7. It can't go on the 1, and it would show up on the 2. So it would blow up my Kala. So it's actually kind of funny.
But you got a 6 and a 4, right?
Yep. So 6 and a 4. These 2 jerks come in to play, and then that's the only G thing that happens. And then I have 0 energy, so now it's just going to do its I thing. It's going to world fire again.
So he doesn't summon a G type. He doesn't summon a minion because the drones are on the board.
Yeah, the drone still count as a. And then, actually, what is the actual? Reveal a new minion if non-activated. Oh, that's an interesting action. Technically non-activated, because Gon drones can't activate the turn they come into play, which is like contradictory to its other attack that says they laser. So we need to like settle that. It's a good is whether Gon drones and Solom have summoning sickness or they don't.
because it feels like they shouldn't, because other robots in solo, like other minions, don't have summoning sickness, right? Like if you drew
Yeah.
an I minion and the next card was an I card, it would activate. So
It's also the wording at the bottom of this. Originally, the bottom of these Rondo cards said, "Reveal a new minion." If there are none of this color in play, or none, it would say summon a new minion if there are no G's in play. I kind of shorthanded it to reveal a new minion if non-activated, but I think activated might not be the correct word there, based
Might
on
be like
bosses.
the first wording.
Yeah, might have to go back to the first wording. Functionally, they're the same in all instances, except for when drones are involved. So that's a good point. Anyway, so the intention is that no, G should not trigger a spawn because there are G's in play.
But should
And
they?
then, what's up?
Should they activate them?
Oh, should they activate? Good question.
Shall we just go? I mean,
Yes. Yes. Yeah, sure, whatever. Guns will activate because I like them not being on. Definitely one of the earlier iterations of this that we were testing. The Gondroids would like clog up star points, and it would be annoying because it would stop other robots from spawning. So I think giving them haste and letting them walk points is probably a good thing to do. So then other things can go there. Boss, use I action. World fire, that's right, that's what I was doing. World fire. 1 damage to everything. I just realized that my SSM is at 1 and then it dies. So I am out 1.
oh, you don't lose one point for each make of the robot.
Oh, no, my big guy didn't die, just the
Oh, SSM. Sorry. Yeah. That's.
Yep. And then
The
so
picture is
you
so tiny from where I'm sitting. It's my own fault.
take one, and then I will take another one because it got world fired last turn too. And then that's that. So these guys go away. Get all these gone tokens everywhere. And then 1, 2, 3. Alright, last round. Now I can go into overclock mode. And just go into negatives and hope I get there. Super ultimate attack. Which one is this? The red one. It's going to use Bahamut Blazer and then World Fire, and then all my robots are permanently blazed. So it's good that took 4 rounds to show up. So now there are guns in play again. Regrettable, but they're also just kind of right there. Do I... Oh, I can shoot one of them with my SSM, which will now respawn.
This is when you reach into Gamoon's bag and pull out the SSM 3000 and...
Yeah, right. So I could just like AoE stuff, or the one that shoots twice with overload. That would also be very helpful here, specifically. Let's put you here. And I don't think my Glaw is gonna help me much this turn. Alright, final turn. What are we gonna do? We're going to probably change some dice to 6s. We're probably going, because I have what? Go to -1, -3. I have 2 shots. I can't go to -5 because I die. But I have 2 Valor point activation. And 9 HP to burn through. Can Awesome do it? Can you get there? Let's start by activating SSM 200.
Obviously, you just gambit all of your energy on rocket punches.
Yeah, probably.
But you have to take out the tokens first.
Yeah, let's get rid of this token. Luckily, I did not roll a pair of 1s, so that's 1 damage to the boss. And then boss is gonna go. Boss is gonna World Fire. Oops, that should be 1 dice. They both hit anyway, so everyone's gonna take another damage and get on fire.
Did we maybe forget about poor Ika 200?
Oh, probably. It's an example of a robot that probably won't be in the pre-con teams because it doesn't like do anything.
Just some junior guys around.
Actually, you know, it probably would have done something. Now that I think about it, last turn it would have moved up. Well, it wouldn't have done anything. Now it'll do something because it would have moved up last turn, and now it'd be in range. How far is its movement? Like 4? Let's see here. So it's gonna World Fire. Oh my god. Yeah, now it's actually gonna do something. This is actually menacing. So because it's gonna move my Awesome. It'll recover 6 HP because that's what energy recharge does to minions. But it's going to move my Awesome 1 space away from the boss. And it's going to deal 1 damage to Awesome because it's on fire. I just got you little I hate you. I'm gonna lose because of this freaking Ica. Alright, back over to me, I guess. Maybe I spend Valor to heal. the rare G Valor skill usage, because I literally can't afford Awesome dying. Because what is it gonna do? It's gonna Bahamut Blazer me in the face. And then World Fire me again to deal 1 damage. And then apply another point of burn. He's gonna World Fire twice. He's gonna World Fire this turn and World Fire again. So maybe I actually do Let's. I'll spend the Valor at the end of the turn. All right, so first I want to know. You.
I noticed you've ticked down to 0, but you were on 1.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Let's see here. I would. Let's move. We're living on the edge here, literally. I need to get rid of that gun drone, so I need to activate Awesome now. And I need to move 1 space, which will deal 1 damage to me. And then... Or do I move 1 space to here so I can Haymaker? Or no, I do Gambit. I do Gambit, that's what I do. So I'm going to... First I'm going to Haymaker, the gun drone. And then hopefully not miss. Thank God. 1 more damage to the boss, down to 7. So that's 1. Oh yeah, so I started at 14. I shot for 2 with SSM. No, I already did that. And then I'm going to go 1 movement, 2 for Haymaker, and now I'm going to activate again and Gambit the boss aggressively. Let's Gambit.
So I noticed the Gambit has a range of 5 to 6.
Oh, does it? I thought it was 3 to 5. Alright, let's rethink this. All right,
I mean, if you say it's 3 to 5, who might argue?
Who set this to be? Awesome's had so many numbers, adjustments, it's ridiculous. So I can move first. Move back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can I actually get out of range? So you were here. And then you were here. And then I'm going to... Oh my god, I don't know if I can get Awesome into the correct range to do this. Because I'm in like the worst spot possible. Is that
There,
it?
maybe? Or
Is that
that's
5?
5.
Yeah, it's just regrettable. It's gonna cost me a bunch of energy that I don't have. So 1, 2, 3, 5. And then I go down to 0 because I'm going to. Well, actually, I'll go down. I'll do the first Gambit. Not stupid. So I'll just roll 3 dice and see what happens.
You also need to spend your 2 valor points to heal yourself up so you don't collapse when you move. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because I'm at 1 after I moved that first time, so I literally have to. So I would go up to 4 HP into -1 valor. And then I would go down to 3 HP because I'm still on fire. No, I'm not. Because fire falls. Blaze. Actually, no. How does this game work? Alright, so Blaze
out of the turn, right?
Yeah, Blaze falls off after it procs now. That's an important detail.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still at 1, but I'm going to take a bunch of damage later.
Is that a solo mode rule set or a regular?
No, that's a permanent thing now because we figured out that stacking a bunch of rust onto something and then just having it be there for a whole turn is not good. So now we can do more with stacking blazes, but now the blazes fall off after they do the thing. Anyway, so I'm gonna get punch combo. Why do you do this to me? Why? Why do you hate me? 6 down to 6. I need to do. What's my math here? I need to deal 6 damage to this, and the only way to do that is if I make one of these successful and then deal 5 damage with a... If I make one of these successful, I gain 5 energy, and then I Gambit for 1,000,000 to just try to one-shot the boss? Is that my out?
I think the question is whether you want to make one of these a success, or you want to change. You want to save your last one for making a success in the last attack.
That's true. That's smarter. Well, actually, okay. So if I make one of these successful now, I have to roll 5 dice into the next one. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to.
I think if you save it for the next one, you can counteract the potential Gambit fail.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to need it for the Gambit fail. Alright, so let's go to -1. Let's go up to 7 energy. Alright, boy. Alright. What do I do? What do I do? How many dice do I Gambit?
7 dice.
Well, so it has 5 health, right? Or
Yep.
5. So, and if 2 of them fail, the attack fails. So you roll 6 dice, probably? Question mark?
Maybe? I guess I need all 5 of them to hit. So I need 5 out of 6 to hit.
Yeah. And if,
So-
if 6 out of 7 don't hit, then the attack fails anyway. So, like, I think 5 out of 6 is your best odds.
Yeah, math, my robot game. Okay, down to 1. Gonna roll 6 dice, and we're gonna see if we can get there.
We're gonna see all 6s.
All 6s, 6 6s. I've seen it once. I've seen it once at a convention. 6 dice, all 6s. It was like a once in a lifetime event. I took a picture. Will this be the second time? Did I do it?
It looks like it.
You don't even need to tilt the dice.
Yeah.
Hey, but I will anyway. Take that. 6. There you go. I deal 6 damage to the boss, and I destroy the boss, and I win. And I feel very satisfied because if I didn't, the boss was going to immediately kill me, and then I would have no more left after this. That could have done anything to the boss. Period. So that really was my literal Hail Mary attack. So that's Ender Ganshah. You deal lots of Plinky 1 damages to it. It wouldn't have been as hard if I didn't miss 2 haymakers in a row on the previous turn. I got my 1 opening after clearing the minions out, and then I just straight up whiffed twice to its face.
We've all been there.
It's
So,
just
hit the choke.
Yeah, it just like God hand adopted me. So that's Ender Ganshah. I think that's a good showcase. Need to like tune up some wording and some weird stuff with drones, but it's good to see the robot is working mostly as intended. It's a little weird that Bahamut Laser doesn't move, and therefore its native Bahamut Laser attack doesn't like do anything. So I need to figure that out, but Aegis solo mode, yay! And I'm pretty happy with how that went. You want your big Hail Mary final desperation moves. Go to negative health. Win.
So is the intention that you win all your games in negative health, or is this just by dint of starter team versus stock team?
You definitely we're still definitely experimenting with the negative health thing. The idea behind solo mode is you're trying to win with the most valor left over possible. So winning against
that's how you measure your score.
It's really more. It's like a score attack mode, yeah. And then plus, and the back of every boss is gonna have like 3 sort of trophy chivos. Like, so this version would be like beat Ender, or like the Ender Gun should have chivos like beat this boss without ever attacking it directly, or some other stuff like that, or just never take blaze damage and other things. So you can there's like a few different things that you can do in boss mode to measure your prowess as a dice roller. But beating the boss is sort of so actually physically beating the boss and getting its HP to 0 is like, that's the bronze trophy. You wanna go for more. You wanna finish at full health and all 3 Chivos so you can get the pure platinum award at the end of the battle. And you can brag about it in our Discord. We'll put it. We'll take your picture. And we'll put you up on the refrigerator at the Zephyr Workshop HQ. Anyway, yeah. So 6 days left in the Kickstarter. Hopefully we can keep making number go up, hit them stretch goals. We're probably gonna get like a nice influx in the last few days. I hope, because of we've recruited a lot of project followers, and we'll see how much they show up in the last couple days. Yeah, hopefully we'll just pretty happy with how the Kickstarter has gone, and I'm also happy to finally have to not refresh it every 5 minutes when it's over. So yeah, thank you to tech support. Thank you to Yempy for doing another cool stream. And then thank you to all the backers that are going to make the game possible and make it exist in real life. And because that will be really cool too. I'm very, very excited to see another castle of Aegis boxes in my house. So yeah, then we can I think we can stay there for a night. Next stream's on the 14th, Valentine's Day stream. That'll be 2 or 3 days before the whole thing ends. So that'll be great. And good night, everybody.